And just wanting to emphasize that drones are not allowed in Broadmoor. So happy to have you here if you're interested in that.
Sure.
But drones cannot be used. Not to engage.
I would say, if I could just politely interrupt there real quick, I'm pretty sure the police are not concerned about the drone stuff going on here because they're leaving.
Yeah, so right now they actually have rented this space out. This is being privately rented by the city, so we do have to ask you to leave, unfortunately.
It's not, it's open.
No, so this section right here and this section right here have been paid for, so...
You could call the police and they're gonna tell you. Call them here and see if you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a restricted area?
This is you. Nobody asked you to come in here, so I need you to leave. Yeah.
Well, aren't there cameras recording us right now?
I need you to leave.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to get out of my personal space.
You're in my personal space. I need you to leave. I asked you to leave.
I'm gonna need you to get out of my personal space, please, sir. No, you are in my face, sir.
Stop recording. I just asked you.
You are literally inches from me, sir.
When people dare to raise their cameras to protect freedom of speech, there will always be someone trying to shut it down with their own emotions and self-invented rules. But do they really understand the law, or are they just trying to crush those they think are different? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today you won't just see one, but several situations where the right to record in public was misunderstood, questioned, and sometimes even threatened. But don't worry, the camera doesn't fear threats. Let's see what happens when personal emotions collide with the law. Residents of Broadmoor, Washington don't want to be filmed from public spaces.
Why are you taking a picture of my car?
I'm just working on something.
Pardon?
Just working on something.
Working on stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need you to have a picture of my car and my license plate and monitoring me.
Just working on something.
What are you working on?
Nah, I can't really get into that.
What do you mean? You can't just take a picture of me and tell me you're not working on it.
I just did.
This video captures an audit that took place in an ultra-wealthy neighborhood in Seattle, Washington on April 16th, 2025 after receiving complaints about super-rich residents in this neighborhood trying to suppress First Amendment activities outside their properties. Someone decided to go check things out. He even teamed up with another auditor and used a drone for this audit. Later on, I'll break down the laws related to drone flying in the US. But first, let's take a look at how the neighborhood reacted to having cameras recording them.
What's up, man?
Guys,
How you doing?
doing good.
Good.
So I'm gonna ask, please do not fly the drone inside of Broadmoor. It is private property in there. You are not allowed to be videotaping people's homes inside of Broadmoor.
Oh, we're not getting inside the homes. Yeah, we're just doing flyovers. So there's
we don't allow any drone anything inside Broadmoor. I don't know who owns the airspace.
No, it's all right.
It
Yeah,
doesn't matter. That's just our rule here
public
in
space.
our bylaw.
Yeah,
we don't allow drones.
The airspace
to
is
fly
totally
inside.
public.
Okay.
Yeah. So appreciate it, though, man. Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, how are you?
Not too bad. It's a beautiful day.
Take your mask off if you want to have any credibility.
What?
Yeah.
Have a good day, ma'am. See you in North Korea. Wow, so apparently credibility comes with not wearing a mask. So I guess our country was not credible for 3.5 years.
You guys are the biggest scums the earth I've ever seen.
Have a good day, buddy.
Yeah, you guys are. Scum of the earth.
Walk away, buddy.
Scum of the earth.
Walk away.
Fucking loser.
Just stop being disorderly, sir. Okay?
All the way I see it.
Just stay on your side of the fence. It's going to be okay, okay?
Scum of the earth.
It's all right, buddy. It's all right.
You guys should be ashamed of yourself.
All right, buddy.
Well, you know I'm right.
Move along. Move along. What's up?
My name's Sandy Kavanaugh.
Good, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm the president of the Homeowners Association.
Oh, okay.
And just wanting to emphasize that drones are not allowed in Broadmoor. So happy to have you here if you're interested in that.
Sure.
But drones cannot be used. This is private property, and I think filming private property is a little different than filming a municipal site.
Gotcha.
So it's not public space. And
Yeah.
that drone is actually violating private property.
The woman who was the representative of the Homeowners Association said that recording wasn't allowed in Broadmoor because it was private property and that recording was illegal, but that's completely wrong. The FAA regulates the use of civil drones under 55 pounds in the US through Part 107, with important rules like drones must stay within the operator's line of sight, must not fly over 400 feet above ground, and must not fly near airports or restricted airspace, etc. However, the FAA does not prohibit flying over private property as long as you comply with altitude and airspace regulations. Specifically, the FAA states that the airspace above private property is part of national airspace, under the FAA's authority, and property owners have no right to ban overflights unless specific legal violations occur.
Yeah, well, we're not, again, it's whatever you can see from public is allowed. So for example, like take that house across the way. So looking at it right here from here, the eyes can't be trespassed. So like if you were taking pictures of that, if they came over and said, hey Sandy, you know, you hooligan, you're taking photos of our house, it's from public. Now, obviously, if we pole vaulted over their hedgerow there and was on their property physically, then we would have a problem.
No, I totally get that.
So we're just using the lawful option for us. We don't want to actually violate the law, so we're not going to walk onto the property and, you know, do any of that. I mean, unless you invite us, which of course, if you want to, we'd love to go for a walk.
Well, the drone is not allowed, and I think the police are going to be following up.
Oh, okay.
You know, I think they're just interested in making sure that all the rules are
Sure,
being
yeah. Well,
abided
if
by
you look,
as well.
for example, in the Seattle Municipal Code and Title 18, where it discusses drones in parks, for example.
But a park is a public
Oh, no,
space.
totally get it. But so is public. The airspace above is public.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'd love to see
Up to
the
500
rule.
feet. So once we get above 500 feet, now you got to get like FAA credentials and that kind of stuff. And obviously, we're not gazing into homes or anything like that.
Well, how do we know that, though?
Well, I mean, all you can do is take our word for it.
That's why we don't allow drones.
Sure.
Taking your word for it, it's not necessarily
I get
what
that.
I consider to
I mean,
be
it's, you know, it's just one of the
viable
aspects
option.
of the First Amendment. I mean, we are well aware of voyeurism laws, for example. We have zero interest in anything like that. We also just don't want to violate the law. We're not interested in that either. So what we're capturing here today is completely lawful. We're not looking to violate any statutes or anything. So we're certainly not going to go into the realm, even approach the realm of doing anything wrong in this regard.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Well, we appreciate that.
You know, I'm glad you're out here, though, at the same time, Sandy, because I do have some questions for you. I did a story not long ago, just kind of like on that abutment, you know, the grassy knoll, if you will. She was saying from there, she was accosted verbally by some of the residents coming out saying, hey, get out of here, stop taking photos. There's privacy in Washington State. You may want to move along, sir.
No, I don't want to move along. I want to find out what the hell you're doing.
Why are you taking a picture of my car?
I'm just working on something.
Pardon?
Just working on something.
Working on stuff?
Yeah.
Like what?
I can't really get into that now. I got like a business card I can email you later and let you know what I'm working on, but
Yeah, I don't want you to take a picture of my car.
of course everyone knows if they've gotten past 6th grade civics that you can take photos in public. Doesn't matter, like I was talking about the house across the street, you can take photos of that from public. And frankly, it seemed like the behavior that I was encountering, taking photos on a public sidewalk where I was standing, very much mirrored what that lady was saying.
Well, maybe it did. I don't know.
I got nothing going on. You can stay here all day.
I got 14 more batteries. I think mine will outlast your phone.
Oh, you think? Okay, good. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. You're ill-equipped to deal with this, sir.
So how long are you going to stand here?
Until I'm done working.
And how long is that?
Well, I'm not going to share that with you.
When did you start?
I'm not going to share that either.
You just got nothing else to do. Just sit here. Someone's paying you to sit here. You're just going to pull shit out of your ass.
Yeah, I'm not a magician. I don't know. Maybe you have that talent. I don't. But
That's fair. Did you just walk here?
Parachuted in, actually.
You did?
Yeah, halo jumped.
Oh, you did? Perfect.
Yeah.
Great. I just want to know why you're standing outside the gate taking pictures of people.
Well, I mean, you know, and I don't want to sound antagonistic, but sometimes what we want in life. I mean, you just aren't going to know.
Why are you taking a picture of my car?
I'm just working on something.
Pardon?
Just working on something.
Working on stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need you to have a picture of my car and my license plate and monitoring.
Gotcha. Yeah. kind of at a crossroads.
Who are you working for?
Just working on something.
On what?
I can't really get into that now, but it's all right. It's all approved. Just working on something.
What are you working on?
Yeah, I can't really get into that.
What do you mean? Take a picture of me and tell me you're not working on it.
I just did.
I'll see you on the way out.
All right, take care.
I can see where people might be alarmed.
Sure, and then they can do actually what seems to be what a well-adjusted person would do, like yourself. You're a very amiable person. You're very nice. You walked up. We shook hands. I like to think I'm not being crass or anything like that. And we're having a good conversation.
Right.
And see, I mean, that's what a normal, well-adjusted person does.
Well,
you seem like a well-adjusted, normal person. Probably why you're president of the HOA, right?
Well, I think that the point is that whether somebody is well-adjusted or not is none of my business.
Well,
it's really none of my business.
Yeah.
And frankly, I don't know what business it is of yours.
As a journalist who reports on liberty issues, and especially when,
But
of course,
what liberty were they violating?
well, the liberty they were attempting to violate was her ability to freely record from a public space.
But they didn't violate.
They attempted. They were intimidating her, and one would argue that that kind of coercion is exactly what shouldn't be happening.
Maybe shouldn't be happening, but it's not violating any laws.
Well, at the point
Just
where
as
someone,
you say, you're not violating laws.
correct, but at the point where this woman may have felt accosted, potentially physically. What that woman was describing in an email is exactly what I got. These people were attempting to be, frankly, to me, coercive, which
Well,
I'm a heck of a lot larger than a 5 foot, 220-pound woman.
I don't know, saw any of that in the video that I saw.
I think the
saw
behavior.
people being alarmed that you were photographing them and videotaping.
Well,
That's what I saw.
The one guy that came out and got directly in my face, that guy was looking for a fight, straight up. That guy was looking to get into a physical confrontation with me.
I doubt if he would want to fight you. You're much.
Well, I didn't want to fight. I mean, I'm not trying to imply I'm looking for a fight. What I'm saying is
trying to protect the residents.
to walk up and put a camera within inches of my face. That's not a smart thing to do.
I guess it's legal though.
Oh, it is legal,
and
but you know, respecting the Constitution, respecting liberties. That's why I didn't overreact. I understand he was just trying to be intimidating. I understand he was trying to coerce me out of being present. He was trying to use whatever tools he could to get me to stop being there. My only reason for being there, like I said, is because of what this woman reached out to me about. And that guy right there very much smacks of the kind of behavior specifically that woman was saying.
And dark glasses, and what looks like kind of an army jacket with a videotape.
It's a fisherman's jacket.
On his hand.
Sure.
I really don't understand why you think that is not intimidating and of itself.
I think you've kind of made the reverse point here. A guy who's probably about 5'9", 165 pounds is so unintimidated that he got within inches of a 6'3", 220-pound guy, according to you, who looks extremely intimidating. I mean, that's the exact reverse of it.
He was feeling he needed to protect something.
Confronting someone?
Absolutely.
Wow,
if you have somebody that
silly.
You feel, it may be silly, but it's a natural reaction.
I would walk up to the WWE wrestler Khan at 6'8" or 7'2" or whatever he is, and just
now
be like,
we're going
now's the time to, you know, confront this guy. I would be like, you know what? That's a big dude. I'm probably not going to go over there and confront him within 3 inches and put something an inch from his face. That seems kind of silly.
I appreciate talking to you.
Sure.
And I don't believe that drones are legal
Gotcha.
to be thrown in, so I'd appreciate you not doing the drones. If you want to stand out here, that would be, you know, nothing that I prefer, but I'm not going to stop you. We've asked our residents not to engage.
I would say, if I could just politely interrupt there real quick, I'm pretty sure the police are not concerned about the drone stuff going on here because they're leaving.
Well, I don't know that they were there for the drones.
Well, I mean, if you want to call them back, because we got to get a little bit more footage. We're just about ready to get the drone out over to the property again. If you want to call them back so they can come back, we can hash it out.
I am saying I would really appreciate it if you don't throw the drones in there.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
In any case, thank you. Goodbye.
All right. Have a good day.
Take care.
Alright, the audit at this location ended when the Homeowners Association representative walked away. This situation clearly highlights the issue of respecting civil rights in the Broadmoor neighborhood, and as you can see, it's truly disappointing. One striking moment was the shift in the woman's attitude. From, I think it's illegal, to, I'd really appreciate it if you didn't do that. And then she hurried off. I think maybe she realized something, but still couldn't bring herself to acknowledge our constitutional rights. Filming Las Vegas Metro Police while they're working, and here's the kind of reaction you often get.
Sorry?
I can't have you recorded here, because this information might be on the screen, so if I can ask you just to place your camera somewhere, please.
Is that a request or an order?
Right now, I'm requesting you to do it because you're being very cordial. Right?
Oh, and it's always gonna be like that from on my behalf.
Yeah.
But
one evening in Las Vegas, Nevada, after seeing police detaining and questioning a man, a citizen stopped to record. There's no state or federal law that forbids this. In fact, recording the police is encouraged to boost transparency and hold them accountable. The problem is, police usually don't like being filmed, and one way or another, they'll react negatively when they see a camera pointed at them.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna yeah. Oh, you pick up the
can I know what's going on?
So, they made us stop. I can't tell you why they made us stop. You're allowed to record and stuff like that too.
Thank you.
So, they made us stop. They just asked for more units to come, and that's why we're here. So that's all I can tell you.
All right, thanks.
I can't inform you anything else. This is his business. So are you waiting for the bus?
Yeah. What's your name and badge number?
My name is Officer Cabrera, badge number 18234.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Where are you from?
I'm from here.
No, the air is cold, crisp, and all that. And you wonder like, I'm wondering why you ain't got no shirt, man. Like, it's cold as shit. You know, I'm wearing like 25 shit. So I can work with that, man. I can tell this like something. Stop me that. You can recognize it. Yeah, it's great. I don't know, I didn't heard about phone over the business, man. They don't know what it was. No, right here is a 2 miles out. You been up there?
So that means we gotta walk all the way down.
Sorry?
I can't have you recorded here because this information might be just to place your camera somewhere, please.
Is that a request or an order?
Right now, I'm requesting you to do it because you're being very cordial. Right?
Oh, and it's always gonna be like that from on my behalf.
Yeah.
But I'm at the bus stop. This is a public area. I absolutely have the right to film, and anything that is sensitive information, it's your job to protect it. So I encourage you to close the door if you want.
The doors are see-through, the windows.
Well, I mean, all I have is a phone, brother.
I know, but if it looks like you're zooming in, stuff like that, then I'm not asking.
Well, I'll tell you something. I have policies that I follow, so I would never record anyone. I understand.
That's it, okay?
I'm sorry?
This is me warning you.
An
actual warning to not record inside the car.
Or else?
Then further police action will have to be taken.
For video recording on a public sidewalk.
No, putting your camera towards
Sir,
a police.
can I speak to your supervisor?
If you would like to supervise you, yes.
Please, because I have
Can
the
I
right.
ask?
Yes, because if you have any sensitive information, it's and with all due respect, Cabrera, it's you guys' duty to protect that and without interfering with my right. We have freedom of the press. It's the First Amendment. So, like you said, I can film here. So there's nothing that I can't film from here because I'm waiting on the bus.
You're a sergeant here, but you're
Sure.
basically saying that since it's a public area, I'm telling you can't film inside of a screen that might have confidential information.
Yeah. You need to inform your supervisor. I mean, look, bro, you seem like you're. I mean, we can come to an agreement. Look, I told you I'm not going to do that, but you need to understand that legally and lawfully, I have the right to film anything I can see from a public place.
100% you can't.
But you warned me. But you can't just give out warnings like that. You need to give lawful warnings. Well, the best thing for you to do is switch the computer around. You could do what you're doing right now. You could block it. You can block it. So that's creating privacy. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Good job. I don't think we really need one, but as long as we can understand that I can film anything that I can see, right? Can you take that warning back? Because if I'm still being warned, then we need a supervisor. Am I still being warned?
At the moment, right now, no. But before, yes, while the officer was there.
Okay, so you said your name is Cabrera, and what's your badge number?
18234.
Okay, Cabrera, I believe that you're a very good guy, but you can't be handing out warnings like they're food to the homeless. Yeah, but you have to make sure.
Questions? If you don't need a sergeant, then our conversation is done.
Well, sir, I'm concerned. I'm a concerned citizen since you told me you were the one that engaged.
Sergeant, sir?
I want to have a conversation with you, brother.
I don't need to have a conversation.
That's what you do. You do because you took an oath to protect these rights, and it offends me that you. It offends me that you try to impede my First Amendment.
Take the bridge because that's attack. That's attack.
Oh, just walk him over. I know we got 2 cars. One in the bridge. In the bridge? Right, we're gonna take the bridge.
So you don't need a sergeant.
Have a good day. Well, maybe we can talk later. What do you think?
If I ever see you again, you're welcome to say hello.
All right. You can't just be giving out warnings like that. This is our right to video record. That's why he got back in the car. I was like, yo, you can't just give out warnings like that. That's a threat. I have the right to be here, especially we're in a bus stop. So, how's it going?
In public spaces, no one has a right to absolute privacy, not even the police. I often see officers worrying about personal information showing on computer screens, but simple actions like closing the laptop before stepping out of the car. Almost never. Police can't force citizens to give up their rights just because they fail to protect sensitive information. Protecting that information is their responsibility, not ours. Darren says you can't film the park. The entire park is closed.
The park is closed.
Huh?
The park is closed.
What's your name and badge number?
It's Carter.
So you're barely recording right now?
I will be.
Does it even work or no?
This happened at a public park in Pasadena, California. When arriving there, a citizen was informed that a part of the park had been rented out by a film crew for their project. That's totally fine, but renting a portion of the park doesn't mean they get to shut down the entire public area or restrict constitutional rights in the parts that are still open. Yet right when he started filming, he got this kind of reaction.
Look. Alright guys, we're gonna film this set. It's either respect my right to film or not, guys. We film them everywhere.
Hey, are you with the production company, sir?
No, I don't have to be.
Okay.
This is a free park.
Yeah, so right now they actually rented this space out. This is being privately rented by the city, so we do have to ask you to.
No, it's open. Yeah,
right now it's
open for everyone.
No, so this section right here and this section right here have been paid for. So
you could call the police and they're gonna tell you. Call them here and see if you're right.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
I film movie sets and they always go crazy. So I'm gonna continue my way.
The park is closed.
Huh?
The park is closed.
What's your name and badge number? So you're barely recording right now?
I will be.
Does it even work or no?
It'll work.
Look, everyone, I'm recording them all the way. Doesn't work, everyone. Might be a fake cop. How do I know he's real, everyone? I don't know. Just exercising my First Amendment. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, the park is closed.
Where does it say you have to put tape if it's actually closed? Because there's other people here around.
We're gonna pick this up.
Yeah, filming right now.
Huh?
They're filming right now. And I just told you that.
So where could I stand then? Because I don't think the whole park is close to you. It's a city's park, no?
They permit it through the city.
Yeah, but I don't think the whole park.
This is called a permit.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. A lot of people show me that. Doesn't mean anything. Oh, look at the little Karen flicking me off over there, everyone. So people, they hire everyone. So I'm gonna stay here. I don't think the whole park is to you, right?
Actually, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections of the park that are currently being...
They could show me the permit and everything. That's what they showed me before.
So yeah, they have actually the entire park permitted for this event.
It's not the entire park.
From 5 a.m. to midnight on March 26th, sir. Thank you.
So I could stay here?
No.
Huh? What happens if I stay here?
Well, I'll call the supervisor and we see if we see what they want to do with you.
Because I don't think the whole park is, I think it's only this section, right? Because there's other people standing over there on the other side, and you don't answer my question. You're gonna call him?
Yeah, see if they want to see what they want to do with you. Because obviously you refuse to leave. Who wanted this dispatch on too?
That permit, they showed it to me all the time, everyone. It doesn't cover the whole section. You know that, right?
Dispatch. Inquiry.
Should I move from here, guys? Usually I don't like moving. You know that, right? But there's a Karen everyone that flicked off right there. I don't think it's close to everyone.
Yeah, it is.
It's a thing. It's a thing. I think they don't even, they're ready for the movie.
We'll set up a coverage. Second team on the bench. Copy up.
Alright, let's go. They're not even calling. I'm not gonna waste my time. You know, he knows the drill already. See, that guy didn't even say it, everyone. You see? We're gonna film over here. They're not gonna do anything, guys. Let's film over here there. See that's a Karen, everyone. They only do it when they...
Many businesses can apply to the city or government to film or use public spaces for lawful purposes. However, the real issue here is the boundary between restricted and unrestricted areas. The film crew was only permitted to use part of the park, meaning they had no authority to shut down the whole park or stop citizens from using, filming, or exercising their rights in the remaining public areas. City Hall losing its mind over a camera.
I'm in here and I don't feel safe. Like I said, he's steady asking you to leave and you're not leaving. You steady standing here. I don't feel safe. Like I said, period.
This took place at Thornton Township City Hall, South Holland, Illinois, where you wouldn't believe how people reacted just because of a camera. Specifically, Sean came here to peacefully exercise his right to record, aiming to assert his rights and test the transparency of the local government. But the moment he turned on his camera, security immediately tried to stop him like this.
Excuse me, sir?
There's no recording in the building. I see you record. You got your
Yeah, I'm recording. I'm taking some pictures and videos, sir.
You can't do that in the building. I'm actually not to. If you continue to do it, I'm gonna have to actually leave.
Sir, I can 100% record in the building.
Again.
Who told you that? Who gave you that information?
It's not allowed. Cameras are not allowed in the building.
Who gave you that information, sir?
So you just gonna disrespect this? I'm asking you nice.
Right, and I'm trying to be cordial and nice with you too as well, sir. I just wanted to know, did you get that information from Tiffany? Who did you get the information from? I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm trying to figure out who gave you that information. Did it come from the township supervisor? Tiffany Henyard? Who did it come from that they told you that recording wasn't allowed here?
Do what you're gonna do, brother.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that we weren't gonna have any issues here. Senior services here. I have never in my life ever seen a public servant put her face on so much. Yes, ma'am. Can I help you? I'm sorry, ma'am? Oh, who are you, ma'am? I wasn't talking to you.
You taking pictures?
Yeah, I'm taking pictures and video. So, as I was saying, I can't. Why would that be? So back to what I was saying, I've never seen a public servant have her image on every single documentation. Every single flyer. Look at this. She's everywhere. She's everywhere, but she's nowhere because I've been looking for her all day and I haven't seen to find her anywhere.
I'm asking you not recording here.
Who are you, sir?
I'm security here.
Your security and your name?
Not to worry about that. I need you out the door, this door.
Yeah, just take a couple steps back. I'd appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
Now I need you moving to the door. That's what I'm asking you.
No, I'm not going to be going. I have business to conduct here, sir.
Call the police 911. Because he don't authorize it and stop filming. I just asked you to stop filming.
I would ask you to take a few steps back.
I asked you to stop filming.
Sir, please take a few steps back.
Call 911. Get him on the phone. Okay. Tell I got a trespass here. I need him out the building.
And your name is, sir, so I know who I spoke with today?
I asked you to leave.
Z. Folson?
Let's go.
And you work for?
Police is on the way.
All Points?
Police on the way.
All Points. I don't need to go.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a restricted area?
This is nobody asked you to come in here, so I need you to leave. Yeah.
Well, aren't there cameras recording us right now?
I need you to leave.
Are there not cameras recording us right now?
Tell them come through the east door too. Tell them come to the east door.
And your company you work for? Sorry.
Sir, I need you to move towards the door.
Yeah.
Start walking around here.
Hey, how are you? Sir, I'm going to need you to get out of my personal space.
You in my personal space. I need you to leave. I asked you to leave.
I'm going to need you to get out of my personal space, please, sir.
I need you to get out of my face. Go.
No, you are in my face, sir.
Stop recording. I just asked you.
You are literally inches from me, sir.
Don't walk back. Don't.
Sir.
You touch me.
If I touch you, what?
Don't touch me.
You're getting in my way. You don't touch me, okay?
No. I asked you to stop.
You don't touch me.
So don't come past me.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, you are being.
Come in the building.
Excuse me, sir.
Move back. I need you
I
back.
don't want to touch you in any way. I want to make that clear. I want to go about my business here, sir.
Yeah, I'm asking. The door is right there.
Yeah, I know where the door is, sir.
So that's the exit.
I know where it is.
Okay. You going about your business. That's the way you need to go.
No, I'm going to go this way.
No, you're not going that way.
Yeah, I'm going to go this way eventually.
No, you're not.
Eventually you'll move out of my way.
When they come to get you out the building.
They're going to come and physically remove me? That's what you think's going to happen?
Yeah.
Interesting.
She calling the police.
You don't feel safe?
I don't feel safe with
Are
this
you? Yeah. Why is he confronting me? Right. Why is he confronting me? Right. You're in here too. Why isn't he confronting you?
You here and I don't feel safe. Like I said, he's steady asking you to leave and you not leaving. You steady standing here. I don't feel safe, like I said. Period.
But what does your feelings have to do with me?
It got a lot to do with you, because if y'all start fighting and I get hit, it's going to be a problem.
Oh, I'm not going to fight him. I'm not going to fight him.
I don't feel comfortable with him standing
Please leave out the building.
Do you see what you're doing, sir?
You do. I asked you to leave out the building. I asked you not to record. I asked you to leave out the building.
I'm very disrespectful.
I'm gonna say this. Now you're harassing. It's called harassment now.
No,
you got the camera.
you're wrong.
Now I'm
You're
about
wrong.
to call the police on how you move.
You're wrong.
Now I asked you to leave the building, get out people's face with the camera.
No one was in anyone's face with a camera.
We're getting complaints now. Now that we're getting complaints from you, we're going to hack.
We're getting complaints because your supervisor, him right here, he's the reason.
We're going to have you removed.
He's engaging in harassment.
Right up there.
Do you see what you're causing here, right?
Yeah. Come this way.
Excuse me, ma'am.
A public employee who actively blocks a citizen's lawful right. Another who starts yelling and cursing in public for no reason. But now, the person filming is suddenly the troublemaker. What kind of logic is that? After completely losing control of their emotions, of course, they called the police. As for how the police handled it, well, let's just say there's a lot to talk about.
Wow. Big Brother is always watching us, ladies and gentlemen. Law enforcement has arrived. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Hi.
Do you mind if I get your name and badge number?
Sure. My name is Officer Vogler, badge number 125.
Thank you, officer. I appreciate it. My name is Sean.
Okay. What's going on today, Sean?
I'm an investigative journalist. I'm just here trying to get some public information and document and work on a story. And security officers here have become very aggressive with me, telling me that I can't record in the public areas. And they're so aggressive that they startled a woman, saying that she didn't feel safe here because the officer was literally, I'm not going to do it to you, but one of the security officers was literally like inches from my face, coming real close to, putting his hands on me. So I tried to de-escalate the situation the best I could, but this woman started freaking out over the confrontation and she put the blame on me somehow. So that's just what's going on. They said they were going to call you.
Okay. Who is RCP in this?
Hey, sir, how are you? Can I just get your name and badge number? Right there. THERE. THEIR. South Holland Police.
No, I really don't. We were just...
So this is the supervisor who called you, the white shirt.
Okay.
Sir. What's your name?
Right there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I don't see any credentials. An unauthorized visit. I asked him to stop filming. He's been walking through the building. He's upsetting clients that's coming in here. People try to do regular business, so I asked him to leave.
That was you. You're upsetting people. That's not true. That's a lie.
What for you to leave?
According to you, this is putting a camera in your face, right?
Okay.
It's not.
Well, the only thing we need to see credentials if we can.
Oh no, I don't provide any ID, ma'am, unless I've been suspected of committing a crime. Unless you have reasonable articulable suspicion I committed a crime, which I doubt you have because I haven't committed any crimes here today, ma'am. It's all on camera.
No crimes have been committed.
Right.
We usually typically identify anyone that we've made contact with. It has nothing to do with it being a crime.
Right.
Our protocol.
I understand it's your protocol. I get it.
Secondly, you're in a public area. As long as you stay in the hallway, that's fine. But if you are imposing on people who are trying to get their work done, or if you are in the process of capturing something, because people up here are handling personal business. This is not public business. So if you're getting any of them on camera without their consent, you cannot do that. So if you have permission from these people to be filmed, do you have that?
Well, I don't need permission. I don't need permission. I let you speak. I'll answer you.
Allow anyone any time to know that you were. They know who you're. You're
Well,
saying
no.
you're an investigative
Right.
journalist, but you're not saying who's which.
I'm talking to the law enforcement. I understand, sir. I'm just talking to.
Saying that you're allowing that video that you're going to put out. Please leave the video, sir.
Sir, I don't. Sir, I'm going to speak to the law enforcement officers. Who are you?
Don't worry about that. I'm part of the building. I belong in it. You don't belong in the building. You're not here for service.
I don't belong here. Okay. So yeah, listen,
You haven't told anyone like who you're with. Who are you, an investigative journalist?
Right, so I'm an independent journalist, meaning that I work for myself, ma'am. And my only thing is that I understand it's your typical protocol to ask people for their ID. It's my protocol as an independent journalist. My company, we do not provide identification. It's my policy that I do not provide identification to law enforcement unless I'm suspected, we have reasonable articulable suspicion I'm committing a crime. I didn't get anybody's permission to come here today, nor do I need it. This is a public building. I am not putting my camera in anybody's face. That would probably be harassment. This is as close as I gotten to anyone. That supervisor right there, he got in my face and started threatening me. So that's, if you want to investigate something, investigate him. I'm here on constitutionally protected business.
So that we can see
No, it's fine, because you're not going to do anything about it anyway. No one ever does when a public employee does something aggressive, but it'll be part of my story and I'll work on it. And if you want to do something about it after, you can. But I'm not looking to press charges on him or anything for disorderly conduct or anything like that. But he definitely engaged in unlawful behavior, threatening behavior. It's not my. I don't want to get anybody arrested at this time. I'm here to peacefully document. I was more concerned about, him getting in my face was a danger to everybody here because it was causing people to get riled up. And that's not my intention here. My intention is to record peacefully. I'm investigating. As you know, the township supervisor here, Mayor Tiffany Henyard, has been involved in a lot of allegations of corruption here. So I'm just investigating that as any good journalist would. And I'm here to do some public records requests. And that's it, ma'am. I'm just going to stick to the publicly accessible areas here. There's nothing. I don't want to harass anybody. I'm not looking to interview anybody. I'm just here to document my experience here.
Okay. And you said a public records request?
Right, ma'am. A FOIA request. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay. Do you guys have a FOIA form to provide to him? No? Okay. So you would have to go online to do that?
Well, no, there's by statute, by the FOIA statute, Freedom of Information Act, they have to provide it in person. Right, which would be done in person because not everybody has access to the internet, ma'am. Not everybody knows how to work a computer, so that they have one. But you're asking security guards ma'am, respectfully, ma'am, you're asking security guards if they have a FOIA request form. Yeah, he's a security. She didn't answer you because she didn't hear you. Ma'am, do you have a FOIA request form for the township? You do? I thought so. May I get one, please? You just said you did. You could print one out for me. That would be great, ma'am. You don't have a printer. Very convenient. Well, all right, so we could just stand here all day and say your printer works or something, and I have official business to conduct here. I mean...
As of now, as much as I hate to say it, you have not provided... Not even a business...
Can I please speak to your supervisor, ma'am, please?
My supervisor is over at 1...
No, but can you call him here, please?
They're not going to come here because they're on an accident scene right now. But you can go over to the PD and you can ask to speak to our sergeant. Okay? You have not provided any proof of who you are.
I don't need to, ma'am. This is the United States of America. It doesn't matter, ma'am. Anybody can be an independent journalist, ma'am. This is the United States of America, ma'am. Do you understand the First Amendment?
The first thing you asked me for was my ID. Right?
Because you are a public servant, respectfully, ma'am. I do not work for the public.
What I say to you, sir, is that these people have asked you to leave the premises, okay? We can ask you to leave.
This is a public building. Anybody's allowed in the public building, ma'am. This is why I really would like you to please. I'm telling you, ma'am. Listen, I'm telling you, ma'am.
What you're doing is causing some kind of a disturbance.
I'm not. You have not seen any disturbance that I've caused.
I came from the basement. That's how I came upstairs.
I can't, yeah, but...
Over half an hour. In people's face.
What room was I in? The secure room here? I was asking questions about the bulletins. Listen, I investigate corrupt governments all the time and corrupt police departments all the time. This is what I do for a living. And I'm telling you right now, if you force me to leave the building under threat of arrest, I'm going to hold you accountable. This is a public building.
I think the FOIA, if he has legitimate business here and he wants to submit a FOIA request, this is a public building. He should be allowed a FOIA request. If not, given a time where he can come back for one. Because this is a public building, so he does have a right to be here, he has a right to conduct business, but if he's not conducting business, he's got to move along.
Can you print off, please? You have one? Thank you. Well, did you ask for a FOIA request?
No, because they immediately confronted me. So you weren't even here. Sir, calm down. You weren't even here. Yeah, you were doing something else. You weren't even here, sir.
Were you here for anything else other than the FOIA request?
Yeah, I'm going to fill it out here. I'm going to take care of it. No, and I'm also here. And again, I see what you're trying to say about, I'm not saying I understand, but, you know, having official business here. This is a public building. I have a First Amendment right to record government officials in the course of their duty. There's federal case law on it. I have been No, I'm not trying to get a reaction. But I didn't call you. You don't know what I did. So when you see the video, they're giving.
They were disturbed.
If me standing here, I know that. That's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be a professional peacemaker. If me standing here with a camera is harassing people, then any journalist would be a harasser. Especially journalists get more confrontational than me. I literally was just standing here in a public place with a camera. And people lost their minds. That is not on me. I didn't confront them. I didn't say, hey, I didn't put my camera in their face. If people lose their minds over a camera, then that means, in my experience from investigating corrupt governments, that means there's something to hide here. I have no ill will towards anybody. I'm here investigating.
The people who you were recording were only the employees here, correct? So no one else in the building.
Well, yeah, they can get caught on just like there's a camera right behind you, ma'am. That's why the courts have also ruled that there's no reasonable expectation of privacy in public. So that's how you're able to record everybody. I don't have to sign a waiver every time I walk into the.
I'm just saying that you stated.
Every time I walk into town hall, I don't sign a waiver.
Might be doing something corrupt. These might just be citizens who.
Well, the only person that really got upset, ma'am, to be honest with you, is when the supervisor in the white shirt, he came up to me and started aggressively trying to get in my face and aggressively order me to get out of the building. And then she got nervous because she thought we were going to fight for some reason. I have no intentions to fight with anybody. I'm talking to him the same way I'm talking to you. I'm not trying to escalate it. I'm not, agitating anybody. I'm just here to conduct my investigation, which is my First Amendment right, the same right that you took oaths to uphold. I also go around the country. I'm an investigative journalist, but I'm also a trainer of police departments. I go to police departments. Again, to your point that I'm trying to gauge a reaction of people, I try and bridge the gap between police departments. I work with them. I do trainings. I try and bring everybody under the education of the First Amendment, government transparency, and accountability. This is not an anti-law enforcement thing. You're only here because they called you. I would have never called you here. And I would just like to go about my business, taking my pictures and video, doing my FOIA request, and that's it. Okay?
Sir, you have your Freedom of Information Act.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry. That's definitely a walk of shame right there, ladies and gentlemen. They wanted so bad to kick me out of the building. You don't have any business in public. Are you kidding me? Ridiculous.
This citizen stayed to complete his FOIA request and then left, talking about what happened here. It's just crazy. The situation started with a no filming order from a security guard, but when asked who issued the order, he had no answer. Things escalated even more when the head of security showed up along with a woman furious about the camera. As for how the police handled the situation, and it was honestly very disappointing, demanding ID, trying to kick him out of a public building, and walk in shame because they had no legal grounds to enforce their demands. No one should be forced to give up their right to record, or any right, just to step into a building funded by their own tax dollars. Today's video isn't just about conversations in government offices, parks, or sidewalks, places where everyone has a right to be. But more importantly, it's a vivid reminder of how civil rights are respected or not in real life, and how crucial it is to know your rights. Thanks for sticking with today's video. See you all in the next ones, where we'll keep learning and building the strength to defend civil rights against any abuse of power.